Hello everyone, what's up? It's Kate and welcome back to my channel. Around a year ago, I made a video titled Confessions of a Teenage Lifeguard, and that video is now the by far most popular, most viewed video on this channel with 10,000 views, and it's helped grow my channel so much. So as a response to that, I wanted to make this video entitled Lifeguarding Q And A. So over the time since I've uploaded that video to now, I have gotten so many comments, so many DMs, so many questions from friends that I know in real life about lifeguarding. So many people want to know all about lifeguarding because I think it's like a really interesting topic. So clearly I have a lot of knowledge, and I've also decided to make this video now because I'm just in the process of getting not even recertified, but like certified for a second time. So I guess the first tip I'm going to start off with is don't let your certification end, because then instead of having to take a recertification course, which is like probably like a day and a half, you have to take the full lifeguarding course for a second time. So I've taken the lifeguarding course twice now, and I'm a Red Cross certified lifeguard, which I just found out recently that there are more than one company that trains lifeguards. Like Red Cross isn't the only one, there's like other ones. So this video is talking about my experience with the Red Cross. However, I would like to think in my head that like they're all pretty similar and like the types of things they teach you, blah 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 blah. So I wanted to make a video answering all of these questions that I had, because I feel like a lot of these questions are pretty cool and a lot of you might be wondering the same types of things about lifeguarding. And I'm so excited. I'm about to start my third summer of lifeguarding. I've worked for a swim club for 2 summers, so obviously everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video is related to pool lifeguarding. I've never worked at a water park, although I would be super interested in it if I could. I would love to. And I've never worked on a beach. So this is all related to a swim club or like a outdoor facility, and that is the experience I'm speaking on. However, the certification is the same whether you're working for indoor, outdoor, whatever. Like the lifeguard certification that I'm doing is the same for all types of facilities. So I think the first thing I want to address in the video is about the certification itself. And I have a lot of questions asking like, how hard is it? What kind of things do you need to know how to do? Saves, like all kinds of stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the prerequisites. So on the very first day of the lifeguarding course, in my course, they had us do the prerequisites, which includes a 300-meter swim, which if you don't know how far that is, that's like 12 laps back and forth. So like 12 25s, 6 50s, and then 300s, if that's in swimmer lingo. And then you also have to tread water for 2 minutes without using your hands. So you have to go like this and tread water using only your legs. And then the third prerequisite is swimming down to the bottom and retrieving a 10-pound brick and then bring it to the side. So those are the first things you have to do. And I personally didn't find them like extremely hard. Like obviously it's physically taxing, but I wasn't like so taxed to the point where like I couldn't do it. Out of challenge to me personally, I would say it's probably like a 6 to 7 out of 10 of like strenuousness. And that's me. Everyone, it varies from different people. Like I know certain people in my course like couldn't even do it, and I was able to do it without, I mean like obviously like I'm like, oh it's easy, like no, it's definitely like a challenge, but like I'm a strong swimmer. I've been swimming my whole life. I've also been certified as a lifeguard before, so I kind of knew what was coming and I was prepared and I was fine. So you know what's coming now. Prepare yourself. If you don't think you can do those things, I would practice before your class. That way you're not like embarrassed in front of a group of people. So those are the prerequisites in the pool. Then there's also all the coursework that goes along with it online, which for my class was online. The first time I got certified, it was a class within my high school. Now like obviously I'm in college, but like the course I'm taking right now has like an online module with a bunch of different like questions and videos, all kinds of stuff. Like you'll definitely be tested. There's like obviously the physical tests, and then there is a written test. So for me, honestly, the written test is harder because I'm just not good at that kind of thing. But there will be a written test, so definitely pay attention in your class, take notes, study, and then know how to do all the saves. And it is a lot to remember, but I definitely don't think it's like too terribly difficult. If you really are dedicated and you want to do it, I think you can do it. I'm encouraging. So now I'm going to start answering, that's like a background on the certification, the course I'm in, and like some of the direct requirements that you have to do. And then there are a bunch of different saves, entries, approaches you're expected to know how to do, and then you're tested on each one. And if you're able to perform them, then you pass. So just learn how to do them, memorize them, practice. And yeah, so I screenshotted a lot of comments that people left on my video, and also just general questions that people have given me over the time that I've uploaded it to now. So I'm going to be answering some of these. So the first one was, did I have to do drug tests? And the answer for me is no. But I would not recommend doing drugs if you want to be a lifeguard. Like, if you're someone who does drugs, then like I would not become a lifeguard, just because like drugs are bad. And yeah, like I don't even need to go into an explanation about that. Like, just don't do drugs. Like, don't do drugs, anyone, but like especially not if you're trying to become a lifeguard. Okay, how hard would you say the training is? Okay, someone asked me the question out of 1 to 10, which I answered earlier. To me, I would say it's like a 7 out of 10 in total. All the training encompassed. I would say the physical stuff is, to me, easier than like the written stuff, but for a lot of people it might be the opposite. So it just depends on your personal learning style and your level of physical fitness and ability and your strength as a swimmer. I personally have been swimming my whole life. I have been a lifeguard before and I know what I'm doing. And even my first time getting certified, I didn't think like the swimming part of it was like so hard, but I know certain people who are just not as strong of swimmers really struggled with that area. And then someone commented, what kind of lifeguarding do I do? I already answered that again. I lifeguard at a swim club, outdoor swim club. It's only open during the summers, and it's like all outdoors. And yeah, so that's about all the questions that people commented. And now as for the questions people asked me, how much do you get paid? So I got paid minimum wage when I first started out as a lifeguard in 2016. I lifeguarded summer 16 and summer 17. Summer 18 I nannied, and now summer 19 I'm going to be guarding again. So I got paid up to like 8 something, I don't even remember. But now the minimum wage has been raised to like $9.25 an hour, I think. So I'm guessing I'll be starting out somewhere between $9 and $10 an hour, because I feel like I might get paid over minimum wage because I have years of experience. But if you're expecting to start off as a lifeguarding job as your first year, I would expect to get paid around minimum wage. It depends on the club that you're working for, or if you're working at a water park, or what kind of facility you're working at, what kind of training you have. I mean, there's a lot of different prospects, but just know, like, if it's your first year of lifeguarding, someone who has been lifeguarding for more years and has more experience will definitely be getting paid more than you. And yeah, another thing a lot of lifeguards talk about in videos on YouTube and in the certification are different types of like audits or like tests that they have, like a fake drowning victim go into the pool and you have to like respond, and it's like you don't know when it's coming. Like, I don't know what they're even called, because the club I work at doesn't do those. And I don't know, so like I really don't have any experience doing that because I've never had that happen to me. Obviously, I would think it's so important to stay on top of your game as a lifeguard. Know what you're doing, like know the saves. Like if you don't know the saves, what are you doing? And like another part of being a lifeguard is just being so professional, being so like dedicated to your job. Like I said, like don't do drugs, like don't like show up to work sleepy, or don't show up to work hungover, don't show up to work like super tired or like not prepared. Like you have to be on the top of your game. Like take it seriously. People's lives are in your hands, and like I think a lot of people don't understand the gravity of that, and they think it's just like super fun and you're sitting outside in a lawn chair and getting tan and blah blah blah. And I talk about that in the other video, how like that is a very big perk. I love working outside. I love working with people my age. It's super fun. There are so many really fun memories I've had. I've had my best summers as a lifeguard, don't get me wrong, but like also like never lose sight of what your real job is and how important it is. Because if someone were to drown, like you're what's standing between life and death for that person. It's you, and it's a huge liability, and there's a lot of legal reasoning that goes behind it, and there are like laws that you could get sued, you know, so it's very serious. I just wanted to put that in there. It's very serious. So I hope you understand what you're getting into when you get into it, and I hope you take that responsibility and use it to do good. And I think one of the really cool things about lifeguarding is like you are doing good. You're creating a better environment for people. You're making the world a better, safer place, and you're making a difference. And how many people like can do that their summer job? Like scooping ice cream, making McDonald's hamburgers, like what kind of difference are you making? But as a lifeguard, like you get to be a positive role model, and you get to help like make your community a better place, and that's really cool. All right, that's all for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this helpful. If you have more questions, comment them down below and I'll be happy to respond. Or if you want to reach out to me on any of my social media, I also have it linked down below. And if you haven't watched my video, Confessions of a Teenage Lifeguard, you should definitely go watch that one. It was a year ago, but it's still pretty relevant today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you guys in next video.